Today, we're talking about success. But we're going to tear up the old map, the one that everyone tells you to follow. Instead, we're going to explore a totally different and, frankly, a much more fulfilling way to think about what it actually means to truly succeed. All right, let's get into it.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever worked so hard for something, a promotion, a deadline, a personal goal, you finally get there, and then nothing? Instead of that pop of champagne and confetti, it's just this quiet, hollow feeling of, okay, so what's next? If you've ever felt that, you are definitely not alone. It's an incredibly common feeling, and it points to a huge problem with how we've been taught to think about success.
You see, society basically hands us this checklist, right? Get the great job, make the money, get the status. We spend all our energy climbing this ladder. But what if, when we finally get to the top, we realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall the entire time? That's the real issue. Chasing these external things often leaves us feeling empty, because they're not connected to who we really are on the inside. And this chart just lays it out so perfectly. Look at the two paths. On one side, you've got the traditional hustle culture. More, faster, bigger. It's a race that, honestly, never really ends. But then look at the other side. Real success. It's about peace of mind, inner satisfaction. It's not about having more, it's about feeling better. It's about a balanced, sustainable way of living. That simple shift in focus, it's a total game changer.
And this right here, this is the light bulb moment, the core idea. Maybe the problem isn't our drive or our ambition, it's our direction. This new roadmap says that before we start sprinting towards a goal, we need to just pause. We need to first understand what success really, truly means to us personally, not what it means to our boss or our parents or society, to us.
So how in the world do you do that? How do you figure out your own direction? Well, that's exactly what the book we're talking about today is all about. It's called Achieving and Understanding Real Success by Arvind Chan Katoch. And let me tell you, this is not just some collection of vague, feel-good quotes. It's a practical, honest-to-goodness guide to help you make this shift in your own life.
And here's why this book is such a breath of fresh air. It's so simple. It's built on these profound mantras that are super easy to grasp. There's no heavy academic jargon. You won't need a dictionary to get through it. It's designed to be a tool you can actually use every single day to connect what you do with who you are. It's all about building a life that doesn't just look good from the outside, but actually feels amazing on the inside.
But there's another thing that makes this book really stand out from all the others on the shelf. It does something pretty remarkable. It breaks down a huge barrier that keeps this kind of wisdom from reaching everyone who really needs to hear it.
The philosophy itself is universal, and the author made sure the book was too. This is one of the very few guides on success that truly bridges cultural gaps, because its core message isn't locked into just one language. As you can see, it's available in both English and Hindi. And this wasn't an afterthought. It was a deliberate choice to make these powerful ideas as accessible as possible. It ensures that these lessons can hit home for people from totally different backgrounds, which really makes it a global guide to finding real success.
What makes all of this even more powerful is the story behind the book. The author, Arvind Katoch, didn't just write about these principles. His own journey to get this book into the world is basically a perfect example of real success in action. So he had this clear vision for a practical, helpful book in Hindi, but he ran into a huge roadblock, finding a publisher who really got it and respected his vision. Instead of giving up or compromising, he stuck to his guns. He persevered and eventually found a partner who believed in the project. And the results? The book didn't just reach readers in India, it reached them all over the world. His journey is living proof that when you follow your path with integrity, you create your own success.
And this quote, which comes directly from his experience, just says it all, doesn't it? It's not just about the final outcome, the published book. It's about the integrity of the journey itself, staying true to your vision even when it's hard. The author's story is the book's philosophy. He walked the walk.
So you might be asking, okay, but is this book for me? Well, the answer is pretty much yes if you've ever felt even a little bit lost or unsure. Whether you're a student trying to map out your future, a professional who's feeling totally burned out by the corporate grind, or an entrepreneur trying to build something meaningful, this book gives you the clarity to redefine your journey on your own terms.
And that really brings us to the final and most important question. It's for you. The question isn't whether you want to be successful, of course you do. The question is, are you ready to define what that success actually looks like for you? Are you ready to stop chasing and start understanding? If you are, this book might just be the roadmap you've been waiting for.